100 rated chess. But you must unlearn what you have learned. When your opponent moves a piece, not pawn, you forget how to move that same piece type until you capture a piece of that type. Absolutely diabolical, but it's alright. I think there is a way. We get a 173 from Indonesia. G3. Yeah, of course we have to exempt the pawns from the rules. I'm not a coward, it is physically forced. E5. This is really bad though. I was expecting a lot of pawn moves to delay my opponent from developing his pieces, but at this rate he's gonna disable all my bishops and knights in the next 2 moves and I can't do anything about it. Bishop G2. Alright, I forgot how the bishops move. Let's just move a knight before both of them get disabled as well. Knight F6. Knight C3. And with that, now my knights are also disabled. Not very convenient. D5. It's alright, at least we still have the pawns and the queen. And I have a plan. Knight F3. D5. Attacking the knights, if I can take one of his knights then my knights get reactivated. Same thing goes with the bishop. My highest priority now is just to make a capture. Of course it can't be that easy. E4. Knight E5. Alright. Here we go. Queen D5. F4. Alright, the plan is very simple. I'll sacrifice my queen to activate my knights. The logic is that as soon as my opponent moves his queen then my queen is also frozen, so may as well just make full use of the maiden before that. However, this game is a bit special because his queen still cannot even move yet. This guy is literally locking his woman down and physically cannot even move. Therefore I suppose we can totally delay the queen sack. At the end of the day the queen is still the most valuable piece. G5 instead. Opening up the G file for my rook. The rook is still available. Castle. And my king is also disabled, but it's not like I'll ever need to move the king anyway. G takes F4. G takes F4. Rook G8. Castling is a king move, not a rook move. My rook isn't affected by the castle. C4.
En passant.
Knight takes C3. Queen E6. King H1. Alright, now we have another way to activate my minor pieces. Rook takes G2. Brilliant move by the way. Now my bishops are available again. Now we trade a bishop with a knight and we'll also have the knights. This game is a win. King takes G2. Bishop D6. D4. Okay, no need to take immediately. Queen H3 first. It's not easy to make use of knights though. I'll prepare the position first. King H1. E3. Rook G1. Aha. I see. He's obviously threatening Rook G8 check, which blunders a rook, but of course he doesn't see the backward knight move, and after bishop locks is forced he may even decide to take my bishop, which ends the video because my king can't move due to the rules. Therefore, to keep it safe, bishop takes E5. Reactivating my knight. If rook checks now I can just take it. F takes C5. Knight G4 is kinda forced. Threatening knight F2 checkmate in 1, there aren't a lot of ways to defend this. And he sacrificed his rook. Another absolutely brilliant move. Oh my god, both me and my 100 rated opponent made a brilliant move today. Hell, I can't even tell the difference from a Grandmaster's game. Bishop takes G4. Ha! But my initiatives is still very much dominating. Now his queen is stuck on the first rank. If the queen leaves the first rank there is queen F1 back rank checkmate in 1. Never mind. Knight D7. Knight E4. That blunders a mate in 1, but unfortunately my queen is disabled because he moved his queen. Bishop takes E2 instead. Well, although my queen cannot move, my opponent doesn't know about that. Therefore now he either has to move the queen back to defend the back rank or sack his queen to prolong the game. Either way I'll win his queen, reactivate mine. And I guess even though there is also knight F6 here which forces my king to move, which ends the video. I mean, he should obviously be able to see that it is physically impossible for him to checkmate me with 2 pieces that are still way too far away from the king. Therefore bringing the pieces back to defend his own king is obviously the much more sensible choice here. Right?